What's going on, you guys? Griffin here with Country Slickers. Today we're going to be putting an alternator in a Jeep Grand Cherokee. So we're going to be doing this on a 1998 with the 4-liter straight 6 in it. So stick around, check it out. I couldn't find anything good on YouTube, which is why I'm making this video. It's not a hard job, should take about an hour. But that being said, I've never done it before. So this is kind of just experience from doing alternators in the past on Honda Civics and stuff like that. So stay tuned, you guys. If you guys are big into the tech tips, I don't recommend subscribing to this video. We do a ton of off-roading and a ton of adventuring. However, if you want to see us beat the hell out of this Grand Cherokee, then by all means, stick around, hit subscribe. We'd love to have you on the channel. So, straight 6 engine, obviously super dirty because we off-road this thing like crazy. Jeep has 280,000 kilometers on it. To my knowledge, the alternator has not been replaced. So I'm going to speak a little bit fast here only because it's freezing out. Here in Canada, we're at -30 today, Celsius, so she's cold. Tools that you're going to need to do, I've already checked all the bolt sizes. You are going to need a 15mm wrench, 15mm socket with an extension. That's going to be to loosen our serpentine belt off and take that off. You're going to need 10mm bolts to remove your battery. Battery has to come out of the tray. And then you're going to need 7mm and 8mm ratchets in order to take the connections off of the alternator on the back. And then we are also going to use you're going to use a 15mm to remove the bolts holding the alternator in. So let's take a quick look. I've already taken out my battery here, but that's very easy. So 10mm, 10mm. These two connections, positive, negative, come off the battery. You remove this guard here, that's a 10mm as well. Slide that out of the way, that's easy stuff. There is our alternator. Luckily on these 4-liter straight 6s, it's very easy to get to the alternator. So, that's the alternator we need to take off. This belt needs to come off. You can see it wound through the water pump, idler pulley, and that's the alternator, which we need to take it off of. So, to do that, first things first, battery's already taken out. You need to do that first. After you've taken the battery out, pull my gloves off for you here. Right down in here, this is a 15mm. You need to loosen that. Next, this bolt right here, grab your 15mm socket with an extension. We're gonna come at it, we're gonna loosen that off. Very simple. We're gonna use that to loosen the tension on this belt. So this pulley right here on the bottom, get my fingers in here to show you right there. Take the tension off this belt, we're going to take it off. Now, in order to replace the alternator, you don't have to do it, but for me, my alternator was fully seized and it rubbed through on my belt. I'm not happy with the condition of it. So I got on rockauto.com and I ordered myself a new belt. These are like 20 bucks. I'm going to keep the old one as a spare in the truck because that's just a great thing to have when you're out in the bush. But put a new belt on, or you can use your old one. If you inspect it and the belt's got some cracks in it, some ribbing, cutting on the sides like mine does, I would recommend getting rid of it. You can see on mine right here, it's starting to fray right there. There's some discoloring. If you look close enough at my belt, there's some cracking, which I'll show you that once we pull it off. But anyways, like I said, put a new belt on, new alternator, new belt, cheap assurance that you're gonna get some charging from your battery. The reason we were replacing this alternator is that it was not charging my battery. So I was driving my Jeep home from the bush. My battery gauge all of a sudden went from 13-ish down to 0. It said check gauges. I looked. When I tested my battery with the multimeter, I was at 12.4 volts with the truck off. When I turned my truck on, it went to 11.7. That is incorrect. With the alternator working properly and charging, it should be going from 12.4 up to about 14 volts when it's running. That means your alternator is charging your battery. So that's why we're replacing this today. All right, so we're gonna use this here. That takes the tension off that pulley. I don't know if you can see that, but it's loosening the pulley. Use this, crank her off a little bit. There we go. So now that that belt is nice and loose, pull it up like this, slip it off. Bam. So we remove the belt from the truck, the serpentine belt. I'm inside again warming up the hands because like I said, it's -30, metal's a little chilly. But pro tip, right now. Insider knowledge. When you're doing mechanics, take photos of how the belt was routed. That way, God forbid there's a hiccup or you don't finish the job today, you're going back to it tomorrow, you know how to route the belt. Pro tip. And while we're here, we'll take a quick look at my old belt. Oh, I'm warming up my hands here. So this is the old belt that just came off. Obviously it's you know, in a shape, but if you look, so you can see little things like this. So you can see where that belt's catching and pulling off a little bit. Also take a look inside on this one. If you stretch it out, you can sort of see there's a little bit of issues with the ribbing, a little bit of cuts and such. This belt, a little bit worn out, so that's why we're going to replace it with this guy. So we'll take this off and just quickly measure it next to it, but I cross-reference the part numbers, so we should be good there. Okay, so belt is off, alternator is accessible. We are now going to take off the back pieces. So we've got 3 connections in here that we need to make, or take off, sorry. One is this guy right here. All right, that little guy right there, that should be an 8mm. That's gonna come off. And then it's actually easier if you go underneath the truck. So we're gonna go underneath here. Oh, and on the back of the alternator, right in here, it looks like we have 1, 2 bolts right here, 2, 3, and then a 4th one where the cable comes in here, 4. 2 of them are 7mm, 2 of them are 8mm. There's 4 bolts. Take those little bolts off. This whole plate's gonna come off, and that's your electrical connection. And then to unbolt the alternator from the truck, we have 1 bolt here, 15mm. That's gonna come out. And then a 2nd bolt right here, 15mm, and this entire alternator is going to drop, and we're going to go straight down through the bottom to take this sucker out. You can see here my alternator, well, you guys probably can't see it, but running this alternator here, oh my god, it is stiff. Like, that does not want to move. And like I said, I wasn't getting the output, so no good. The GoPro died just as I was taking that out, but anyways, pulled the old alternator out. Okay, you can see it here. So this is the old guy. I don't know if you can hear this, but if I turn this, you can hear it catching. I don't know if you can hear that or not. I lied to you guys on these bolts. So we have, this guy is in fact a 10mm, 10mm, 10mm. These 3, 1, 2, 3. These 2, 7mm, 1, 2. So 7mm, 10mm. I don't know why I had 8mm in my head, but that is not what I used. So 10mm, and then these 2 bolts that attach the alternator to the actual vehicle, those guys are going to be a 15mm bolt. So very easy. On this top guy here, this is kind of how the alternator sits in there. On this top guy, you're going to have your 15mm socket on the front, and then use a 15mm wrench on the back just to hold that nut. And this alternator drops right out. I pulled it right through the bottom of the truck. I apologize for not having a video of it, but it's a very simple procedure. Once these 2 bolts are out, 1, 2, this alternator just pulls right out of the bracket and goes directly through from the bottom access of the vehicle, comes right out. You just shimmy it a little bit, comes right out, and then we're gonna slap the new one in place. So I'm gonna run to the store, buy another alternator. We're gonna put this in. We'll get it all suited back up. Installation is the reverse. So just follow the steps in reverse to install the new one. Obviously come in through the bottom of the vehicle, put the new alternator in, bolt it all up, and away we go. Okay, got back from the store, we got the new alternator. So we're gonna put this guy in. It's all cleaned up, it's very pretty, looks good. One note, so this is for the 98 Grand Cherokee. So this is the 136 amp alternator. 13746 is your part number. This is a reman unit, which kind of sucks. I was hoping for a new one, but that's what it is. Obviously, you hear that? Nothing catching inside. Woohoo! So hopefully that means we're good. Obviously the bearings redone. One thing to note, the pulley is a little bit bigger, so I'm really hoping that's not an issue, but we're gonna bolt it in. And I think just for that extra, I would say 1/4 of an inch, this pulley is bigger. I'm hoping that we can tighten that belt down, use the idling tensioner or the tensioner to take some of that size difference out of it. So we're gonna put this on, slide it in there, see what happens. Stay tuned. Okay, so didn't finish yesterday. It was a little bit cold, but we're gonna go out right now and just quickly finish up. We gotta get that belt put back on and then throw the battery back in the truck and away we go. All right, you guys, so day two, we just went and put the alternator back in. Everything's bolted up, completed, the battery's back in here. So we'll do a quick multimeter test here, but now that everything's buttoned up, connections are back on. So you have 4 bolts on the very back. You have a 5th bolt up top for the alternator wiring connection, and then obviously the 2 bolts to bolt the alternator in. So this is what it looks like when it's all set up. You can see the new part in there. We've routed our belt on, which I apologize for not getting a video of that, but this belt that we put on, you can use, there's a diagram right here on the side of your fan shroud. So this is how you want to wind it. I put the belt down the side here to put it around, up, and then you can put it, that's the alternator right there, over and through. So just follow this, you'll be fine. It takes a little bit of finagling to put that belt on, but not the worst thing. And then tighten it up. So you can see here, we have a little bit of deflection, about maybe 1/4 of an inch. But once this belt's on, you're gonna use your little set screw again to tighten up. And then you do need to remember, don't forget to go back and then tighten this bolt down on your belt tensioner. Okay, you want to make sure you tighten that up. That's a 15mm. Don't forget, you need to torque that up. I'll go grab my multimeter and we'll do a quick test. This battery, I did throw it on a trickle charger, so we should be sitting at about 12.5, 12.6 volts, and after we start it up, we should be about anywhere from 14.2 to 14.7. So we've got our voltmeter set up here, so black to negative, red to positive. So with the vehicle off, looks like we're reading about 12.96. So let's start the truck up. All right, so truck started. You can see here we're running just over 14, so that's awesome. Haven't seen my battery gauge there in a while. Here now, we'll check this now that it's running. That's our negative, our positive here. There we go. Looks like we're seeing about 14.4. 14.4 volts. 14.42, I'd say. So that's awesome. At 14.42, we're charging the battery, all right? 12.4, 12.8 whenever it's off, and then up to 14, that means our alternator's working. We're getting current. So if you guys are still here, be sure to smack that subscribe button. Appreciate you guys watching the video. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them, but that is how you change the alternator on a 1998 Jeep Grand Cherokee ZJ 4-liter straight 6 engine. Have a good one, guys.